Yeah. Happy Homebrew Wednesday from Everyday Homebrewing with your host Tyler. This is Mash Paddle sponsoring Everyday Homebrewing this week. And take my advice. Sit back. Have a homebrew. Because it's hard to tell what Tyler's got going on, from sour brews to electric build systems. Happy Homebrew Wednesday, everybody. Enjoy and cheers.
Cheers, guys, and happy Homebrew Wednesday. I'd like to throw a big shout out to Mash Paddle. Thanks for the spectacular intro and sponsoring this week's episode. This right here is my celebration-ish clone. Basically took the Sierra Nevada Celebration Ale recipe off of the AHA website. Pretty much stuck to what they had, except for I decided to stick an ounce of Citra in the dry hop. So it's got a pretty nice citrusy nose, some fruit, a little bit of floral, but yeah, it's pretty nice. Flavor's decent too. So alright, so what's been going on? Well, been doing some brewing. 2 weeks ago we tried our first mead. Kind of took a while to get that going. Tried to do a lot of research, and there's some conflicting ways of doing things, I guess you could say. So the way I decided to do it was take 10 pounds of honey, mixed it with 10 pounds of mixed berries, raspberries, blackberries, or is it black raspberries, and then blueberries, and 3-gallon batch. That's what I was doing. Learned a couple things. I'm not sure the starting gravity on it, estimated at like 1.113, I think it was. Checking it yesterday, and it's at a 1.040. I've been doing the step nutrients, I think it's called. So I added a dose the first day, second day, third day, and then I added another dose in a week later. And supposedly that's supposed to give the yeast, the new generations of yeast, the same nutrients that the past had, to kind of help get through that huge amount of sugar in that thing. So here's just a quick look of my mead day. Cheers, everybody, and welcome to another homebrew day here at Everyday Homebrewing. This is pretty exciting. It's a new step in my homebrewing journey. Today, I'm brewing my first mead. I figured what better way to celebrate a mead brew day than with some mead in itself. So this here is just a regular mead. I don't know all the details on it, but it's a traditional is what they put on the label. I got this about a year ago, and I got 2 of them, and I'm sitting on this last one here. So really nice, like floral, and you can get some of that honey. So it's just a basic mead, but damn. Plus I've been sampling some meads here and there, and got a few meads in beer mail, and I figured it's time to do my own mead. So I'm taking my first stab at it. I spent some time listening to Basic Brewing. Had 3 episodes with Michael Fairbrother, I believe, from Moonlight Meadery, and then read some articles, some books, some whatever, and then reached out to the likes of SJ and Larmo and got some tips from them. So what we're doing here today is I've got 10 pounds of just clover honey. It was what I was able to get at Costco. And I also have 10 pounds of 3-berry blend, which is raspberries, blackberries, and blueberries, which I'm going to put in here. I am doing a 3-gallon batch in this better bottle. And then I'll be using Lavalin 71B yeast. So as you can see, I already went ahead and did the starter or rehydrating my yeast, which was half a cup of water at about, I think about 90-ish degrees, and then pitch this along with 3/4 of a teaspoon of yeast nutrient. Now, I was reading about staggered yeast nutrients, and I think it was Ferment K, and I can't remember the other one now, but they said basically do a blend of those. Well, since I already had this, I'm just using this. I hope it doesn't screw it up, but since I already have a ton of this yeast nutrient, that's what I'm using. So, alright, so the next thing we're going to be doing is trying to get the fruit mixed in with the water. I'm going to kind of, I got my immersion blender, so I'm going to kind of chop it up a little bit without making a margarita, hopefully. But then we'll put the honey into this bad boy. I got it warming up in the Star Sand that I got. So in the kettle I have right around about a gallon or so of water, and basically what I'm trying to do is if I just tried to chop up this and break up the frozen fruit, it would probably be a little bit harder. So I'm thinking by putting in here, kind of using the water to help mash it up a little bit, and then possibly be able to use the funnel or something like that to get it into the crumble. So let's do this. Alright, so I had the honey sitting in the warm Star Sand, so that should be helping warm it up. So this is 5 pounds of clover honey, and they say it's no preservatives and all that good stuff. So we're going to get this in here. I got 2 of these guys. Alright, so that's the first honey edition. Here's the second honey edition. Oh yeah. So these these 5-gallon jugs didn't look that big until you start filling up this thing, and maybe not quite a gallon, but pretty close. Yeah, so it smells good. I tasted the sample yesterday. It's tasting pretty good too. Not tasting any off flavors or anything like that. And then I've been degassing each day that that I've been going in there and adding the doses too. So we'll see how that goes. Keep you posted on that. And that might be a while. But I brewed this past weekend. Me and my buddy Mitch, and some of you guys were on Hangout with us. But we have two 10-gallon barrels. He has a rye whiskey and I have a bourbon, a wheated bourbon barrel. So he is making. So we're doing like a collaboration brew, if you will. So he did a vanilla porter recipe that he's done before, and he's putting that into the rye whiskey barrel. I brewed up the KBS that I did like 2 years ago, and that's going in the other barrel. So we're just kind of doing the whole brewing one of his recipes, brewing one of my recipes, and then when it's all done, we'll be getting together and swapping. So each of us will get 5 gallons, which will be pretty badass. And then I also brewed. It was a double brew day. Did have some technical difficulties with my elements, and I had something with I brewed a Hefeweizen, and at the end of it, I could start smelling something like burnt, like not quite burnt toast, and as I'm draining off for chilling my Hefeweizen, there was so much protein gunk that was stuck to the elements, and some of it burnt. It just looked like charred. I tasted the sample. I didn't get like burnt toast or anything like that on the gravity sample, so I'm hoping everything will turn out. We'll see, fingers crossed. But if that turns out, then I'm planning on doing some experimentation with a part of that batch. So stay tuned for that. Other than that, if you guys want to check, I did take a little bit of video and photos of the brew day, and you can check that out here. So, other than that, in the fridge, I have beers from the UK and Europe, and then Australia, New Zealand. How stoked am I? So I think the coolest thing about the whole S Report challenge is the fact that in my fridge, I have beers from halfway across the world. That's pretty badass. I cannot wait to taste them. I'm actually hoping that I can hook up with my buddy Mitch, who I brewed with on Saturday for the barrel project. So I'm hoping that we can hook up and maybe do the tastings together. I thought it would be fun for the finals to kind of have some a little bit more chit chat about the beers that we were drinking. It's something that you don't get to do every day, and Mitch is one of my good buddies, so I'm hoping that he can join me on this. But all right, well, I'm already rambling too much, and that's without the video clips in, so I'm sure you guys are bored off your ass right now. So, you guys, thanks for watching, subscribing, commenting. Appreciate this community and the friendships that I've made. It's this last year has been really cool. The chats and getting out more and talking to people, and the communications back and forth has been pretty cool. Beer mails have been fun because now I'm getting to try other people's beer and stuff. Trying to get better at posting my reviews or tastings, since I'm not really the best beer reviewer. At least just posting the tastings kind of as appreciation for sending me stuff. If you're taking the time to send it to me, I should at least be posting it. So I know I haven't always been the best at that in the past, and hoping to go forward and make that a little bit better. So, and hope you guys are having a great week and brewing some good beer this weekend. But thanks for stopping in and joining me on my home brewing journey. Cheers, guys.